So Ace, when are you going to nerf it? Hello everyone, this is Shinobi, once again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. Yes, I know it's been a week since I have made a Awaken Chaos Era video. Unfortunately, I was waiting for the nerf to come in. It seems like it's still not there. It's certainly true that they have reduced the speed for stage 1 in all the 3 dungeons in Rift of Chaos. But other than that, they have not yet done anything. So we can now do stage 1 with around 154 speed. So if you have 155 speed, you will be able to do stage 1. But you still require more than 180 speed to go through from stage 2 onwards. So you can see that I'm at stage 2. I have completed stage 2 of Earth and Titan, stage 1 of Arctic Goliath, and stage 1 of Lava Colossus. That's all. I have not bothered to go ahead with that. I haven't bothered to farm the rest of them because I don't see a point in trying to build up my heroes just so that I can beat these dungeons. It's pretty sad. It's a wonderful content that they have made. It's certainly a good thing that we are having such good content out there. The only problem is it's not balanced. So as you saw in the beginning of this dungeon page, Earth and Titan is the best result for me. I have reached stage 2 in Earth and Titan, okay, with the simple gear that I have. So I'm using this kind of a team over here. I'm using Brand, Zetlin, Thomas, Rosalie, and Florence. So you can see my Rosalie over here because the speed requirement for this dungeon is around 180. From stage 2 onwards, you need to be a minimum of 181 to actually go before the boss. In stage 1, it has all been restricted to 155. So you are having more leeway in stage 1, but in stage 2 onwards, you have to have 181 speed. So my Rosalie over here, this is the best gear that I could give on her to get her to be more than 180, okay? With respect to an assassin gear, to get me to 180, this is what I had to do. And still I couldn't fill up my crit rate. My crit damage, you can see, is 236, and she has got a attack of 4,800. So that's the best that I could reach with the kind of gear that I have. I don't know about you. There might be some of you who has got really good gear, who might be able to get your Rosalie to 5,700, 5,800 attack with 300 or 380 crit damage at 180 speed. I can't. I don't have that kind of a gear. This is my Florence. She's got only 46% resistance. I know she's too fast, but then I'm using a revival set on her. I want her to heal herself and have a good enough crit damage. I might have to reduce her speed and get her more HP and more resistance, but that would mean that I have to build gear. I have to upgrade my gear. That's an expensive way of doing things. Okay, it's going to take me a lot of time to do that, and I have to find the kind of gear. I have not been so lucky with my rolls. Sorry. My Brand over here, 193 speed, 122 resistance. Not good enough. I need more resistance as I go higher up. And he's got 31,000 HP. The best I could do for him. Yeah, of course, I will have to do something about my gear. I'll have to get better gear for them. I'll have to upgrade more gear. But that's what I'm saying. That's the point. The point is, it is not easy to get there. You need the resources to do that, and also you need the RNG to help you out. The roll rate, the rate in which you're going to get the gear, the rate in which you're going to be able to upgrade and get the right kind of stats is so bad. It was okay until, the hell stages were there, but as soon as this dungeon came through, it is becoming really apparent as to what kind of a rolls you have, what kind of a gear you have, and now you're scrambling. Now I'm scrambling and trying to find out good gear, trying to manipulate my team to make them, to enable them to beat these dungeons. Really hard to get there. You can see my Thomas. He's on an all warrior set, and I have not booked him. I couldn't book him. He's an epic. I don't have the epic books to do that. Really sad about it. Even though he's an epic, I don't have the epic books to do that. How am I going to get him booked up? How am I going to increase his damage? He's got only 5100 attack, 244 crit damage with a full warrior set. So I have to get him to 70, of course. But in stage 2, I'm able to finish this off without any problem. But this very same team, the moment it comes to stage 3, it fails. That's not how things should be. Just one stage ahead and you're not able to beat it. So the balancing of this dungeon is really, really horrible. The speed requirements need to come down. We had the same problem when the VTH was rebalanced, when the VTH runes were changed. We had the same problem. You had to have somewhere around 194 speed and higher, and then nobody was able to finish it. Of course, there are people who were able to finish it. There are people, but general public, an average player like me, I wasn't able to finish it. Why? How would I finish it? I don't have the kind of gear with me to give me that kind of a speed and sufficient damage and then all the other stats along with it. That's not possible, because the roles do not fall like that. Have you seen a gear? How many of you have got a complete set for, like, say 10 of your heroes which having that kind of a speed or that kind of a resistance, that kind of a health or that kind of attack or crit damage with you? I hardly have any gear that has got 4 rolls on the same stat. Maybe 1 or maybe 2 pieces, maybe 3 at the most, but mostly I have got a dual roll, or maybe in a very rare cases I might be having a triple roll on my gear. So how are we going to get that kind of a gear? The roll rates are not good, the drop rates are not good. You're not going to get those kinds of gear that you actually need. So if you're not getting those kind of benefits or those kind of facilities, how are we going to finish it? That's the question. Like, our teams need to be built, and then also the dungeon that has been built is also so difficult. It's literally impossible for me to, at my level, at my stage, I'm not able to finish it. And so I'm like, you either nerf it or I'm just going to wait. I can't do it. I'm not able to do it, so I'm not going to do it. If anyone is able to do it, if they are able to have the kind of a team, they are able to have the kind of a, that kind of a books and other copies of a specific hero, go ahead, do it. No problem. I'm not complaining about that. All I'm saying is that I won't be able to finish it, and so I'm just sitting back and I'm waiting for the content to be nerfed. If you can nerf it, if you're willing to nerf it, or I'm just going to stay and do the rest of the stuff that is there in the game. Even as a content creator, it's so disheartening for me to not be able to make contents on this. Yeah, I understand. There are some content creators who are having a lot of good pieces of gear. They are having a lot of copies of hero, and they're able to finish it. They're able to have the right kind of heroes that they require, the specific kind of stats that they require to even reach 5, 6, or maybe even 12, stage 12 in dungeon. Unfortunately, I'm not that kind of a content creator. I'm just an average player. I don't have that kind of a team. So I'm able to do stage 2, and I'm happy about it. I just keep farming stage 2 as long as I have got all these. I'm getting the energy to do it. If I'm getting the gems to do it, I'm doing it. Otherwise, I'm just waiting and watching and hoping that one day they will be able to, nerf it or get it balanced in such a way that we will be able to at least reach 6 or 7 or maybe even 8, stage 8. Because with the kind of speed requirement and anything above 150, there you go. You're an average guy. I'm talking about me. An average guy would not be able to do it. As soon as you increase the speed requirement, the rest of the stats will come down. You will not be able to get that kind of a stat. There are not many people who have that kind of a gear. Certainly not as gears like assassin gear, even warrior sets. You're not able to get that kind of a stat where if you up the speed requirement, the rest of the stats are certainly going to drop. So my first point would be, I need only 150 speed or maybe even 155. Okay, you have stuff in VTH where you are having 160 speed That's the max that I would be expecting. But even then, to min-max the gear and to min-max the hero, it's going to be so difficult because you have to change your gear. You'll have to search for gear that will match that kind of a speed. Because in dungeon speed, we are all okay with the dungeon speed, the Hell Stage 4 speed. So that's the speed that I would be expecting, or I was expecting on these dungeons. So that's what I was thinking, that, you know, these dungeons are also going to have the similar kind of speed, possibly at 160 or 164. That's the max that I'll have to look at, but it seems like I'll have to go higher than that. We have to go higher than that, and which I don't have. I can't do it. And so maybe as soon as I get some good gear, I might be, if I'm lucky enough to get those good gear, okay, if I'm lucky enough to get those good gear, if I'm lucky enough to get those good drops, and if I'm getting lucky enough to get those good rolls, then I might be able to build a team that will be able to beat it. So what is needed? Simple. Reduce the speed, reduce the damage dealt by the boss, reduce his defense. Those are the three things that is required at this point of time. If you're not able to do that and make it gradual, such that it increases, you know, gradually for each stage, people are going to find it very difficult. I'm finding it difficult. I'm not able to reach stage 3. So how can you expect me to go to stage 5 or 6 or 7? I don't know. I'm really sad about this. And that's why I couldn't make any video for last 1 week. I've got Desdemona to test, but I was like, this was really, really disheartening for me, and I was like, no, I'm going to wait out on it. Yeah, new hero is going to come in. I might possibly go for the new hero that is coming in the next month. I might be going for those matrices because I have saved the champion badges, you know, the badges that is required to get this hero. So what is that? Champion badge, I think. Where is it? Yeah, the legendary badge. Yeah, I have got 6 of them. I was able to save it since it came through. I've been acquiring them. I've got 6 of these, so I will be able to do the matrix event this time. So possibly I might be going after Haruna. Yeah, I'll be doing everything else except for Rift of Chaos. So let me know what you think about it. You know, you can see how sad I am about this. Let me know what you think about this. I hope that, you know, we'll be able to hear from Ace pretty soon. Hopefully next week, in the next update, we should be able to hear from them. That they would be, you know, balancing it in such a way that at least people would be able to gradually progress further rather than get stuck at the very beginning of the dungeon. And hopefully we'll be able to farm those dungeons and enjoy the content. At the moment, sorry, I'm really sad about this. So until next time, peace, love, and blessings to all of you. Shinobi out.